everyone. Thank you so much for being on this webinar today. I'm so excited. I'm here with Latrece. Hi, Latrece.
Hi, how are you, Patricia? It's so nice to see you today. I'm so excited about being here and all the exciting things that we have to offer our clients today.
So am I. So am I. I'm excited to actually be doing this with you. I love to actually do stuff together with other people because it makes it a lot more fun, a lot more interactive. You know, I do the workshops and do the stuff sometimes by myself, but I am so happy to have you joining me today and we can partner and actually get this done today.
Yes, I am truly excited. We talked about before about collaboration and the importance of collaborating. And, you know, it's a great thing because it's a win-win situation, but it's also a very exciting thing. It's an exciting thing, not just for us, but to our clients and the people we serve because they get double. And so, or they get triple or they get quadruple, and it's so much more value added to them when you do things like this. So I'm excited about people having so much value added to them. This is going to be amazing, totally amazing.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to it. I know that you have a whole agenda. We're both going to be sharing some information today. We're going to start off with you and kind of going through purpose. I know even in preparing for everything, I was so excited in joining forces together with you in regards to branding and how it really ties into your purpose overall. And I know that you have some stuff that you want to share with us in terms of purpose. So I'm going to turn it over to you, let you get started, do your thing, and then I'll chime in, you know, and add branding to it so that way everyone is able to walk away with some value today.
Oh, that'll be great. I would love to do that. Well, I am so excited about working with you because so many times, so many people go into things without knowing who they are. Yeah. And the most important thing that you may need, but that you do need before you go into branding is actually knowing who you are, especially your purpose and why you're doing what you're doing, because that is going to show through anything that you do, especially for your future clients, future customers, future consultants, or anything that you do. You want yourself to show when you're talking about branding. And so what I want to talk to our people about today is your purpose. How do you find your purpose so that when you go into branding, you know exactly who you are and who's your niche and who's your ideal client and what they would want to see when they first see you? Because it's like branding is like opening up the door to a church, so to speak. You know, if you open up the door to the church, the first person that you're going to see is the usher. And if the usher hands you that fan wrong or that program wrong, it's going to ruin your whole relationship with that church. Yeah. So the thing is that we want to make sure that our usher looks right when it comes to branding. And so you have to know your purpose. And so what I've done is I've broken down a module of purpose into the 7 principles of purpose to help individuals find out their true purpose and their passion so that then when they go forward to branding with you, their true self comes out, and we want their true authentic self to come out. Yeah. So when you talk about branding on purpose, I start out with the first P, knowing your passion. How do you find out your passion? So many people talking about, oh, I'm passionate about this and I'm passionate about that and I'm passionate about this, but is it your purpose? Yeah. So I'm going to talk to the ladies or the men, whoever signs up for these courses. I am so excited because we can help anybody. So I want to find out from them what is their passion. I'm going to take them on a little journey to find out their passion. I have some great tools and some great steps that we're going to go through in that module to really connect with their true passion, their true niche, their true self, the real thing that gets them up going every morning. And it's going to be a powerful module, and I'm so excited about it. So then we're going to talk about, after we find our passion, Patricia, we're going to talk about what makes you unique. Okay, because whatever makes you unique is what's going to make you a lot of money. Okay, and so I tell people all the time that if you can tell me what pisses you off, that's going to make you some money. And I'm going to share with people how you can do that, because people go, how in the world is something that makes me really angry going to make me some money? Well, let me share with you, the thing that makes you really angry doesn't make me angry. Okay, so that particular thing is something very unique that maybe we can tap into in order to help you to grow and to understand who your true self really is. And imagine that making you different, making you look different, making you stand out differently. Because the thing is, so many people are selling coaching packages, and so many people are selling jewelry or health products. But why would I buy from you? What would make me tap into who you are? What makes me want to connect with you? And see, what really pisses you off is going to connect me with you. It's either going to draw me to you or draw me away from you. But let me tell you something. There are so many people out here for so many individuals that if you tap into who you're really looking for, you're going to find your true clientele, the people who you want to connect with, because something that pisses you off probably pisses somebody else off. And if they connect, oh girl, I feel the same way. Well, that's your uniqueness. And if you don't know it, and if you're not tapping into it, you're going to miss out on valuable customers.
Absolutely.
Clients. And I'm so excited about teaching you how to find that, because there's a great module, some great steps, some great classes, some great things that we're going to go through to help you really identify your uniqueness. So that's going to be amazing.
Well, let me tell you, one of the things that I found, even with working with clients on branding, and sometimes what happens is I'll get a client, they have an idea for a business, they'll come to me and they say, you know what, I need to get my logo designed, I need to get some business cards, I'm ready to get started with the business. Great idea, but if there isn't a passion for it and you don't realize what your uniqueness is, you'll jump from one business to the next. You'll start one venture, never really finishing anything. And the importance, and I tell people this all the time, you have to really hone in and really look at some of your life experiences. Those life experiences, things that you actually went through, you went through them for a reason. And it was really to be able to connect with individuals that are either going through what you've already gone through, or are experiencing some of the same things that you're experiencing. Because then what happens is, and I share this with clients all the time, branding ultimately evokes whatever it is that you do, it evokes emotion. There has to be emotion. So when someone buys your product or your service, they're not really buying the product or the service. What they're really buying is the emotion behind what it is that you're offering. And they're buying you. And if they feel like, well, she can relate to me, she understands what it is that I'm dealing with and what I've gone through, I want to use her more so than anyone else. And so I completely agree with you in relation to that. Passion is so important because it evokes that emotion, and it ties into branding, because when you look at branding, branding evokes an emotion in people. When I see a McDonald's commercial for a Big Mac or whatever, it's because I look at it, it looks juicy, it looks good, I want to go out and get it. Now, what I end up actually getting sometimes is not quite what I saw in the ad, but it evoked that emotion in me to make me want to even consider it.
And that's exactly right. And that's what we don't, like you're sharing, as far as us connecting with ourselves, we go into things and we go into things with so many other ideas, and we jump from one thing to the next.
Right.
And so when you brand yourself, you want to make sure that you're branding your true, authentic self. That's going to draw those individuals in, like you said, that are relating to you. Because I always say that people don't buy services or products. People buy people.
That's it.
And the thing is that if you connect with the individuals that you're meant to connect with, they will be able to understand that you are somebody who gets them and understands them. And that's why I want to work with you.
Right.
So and it's all about knowing your passion and knowing what makes you unique, because a lot of us aren't even in tune with ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. We come to you for branding, but we don't even know who we are. And so the important thing is that I love what we're doing here is first finding out who we are.
Yeah.
And then going into the branding phase.
Yeah.
So finding out your passion, finding out what makes you unique, and then finding out about your true relationships. And see, that's a great thing when you're talking about purpose. That R stands for relationships, because it is about relationships. It's about who you're surrounding yourself with.
That's right.
For instance, I would not want to, if I know that I have relationships with people who are committed to the 1990s. They love the 90s, the theme of the 90s. They love the music of the 90s. They love the clothes of the 90s. Okay, if I know that my relationships are with people like that, and those are the people that I want to connect with and I want to work with, I would not come to you and say, I want a hippie brand.
Yeah.
Okay, the flowers and the Volkswagens and stuff. I wouldn't want to do that. Okay, I would want to come as close as possible as I can identify with the people who I'm in a relationship with, because I want to connect with them. If you start to try to do something that is totally non-connecting with the people you're trying to reach, you're not going to provoke them to even look at you.
Right.
And what happens to a lot of people when it comes to branding, they don't know who they have a relationship with. And so a lot of times what happens is when they do pull out that business card or do pull up that website right then and there, because it's even like that when you're speaking, you have less than 30 seconds to connect with an individual. Less than 30 seconds. In 30 to 60 seconds, those people will know whether they want to continue to look at you or they're going to tune you out.
That's it.
So what can you do in 30 to 60 seconds to form a relationship with individuals? Well, you can know who you're in a relationship with. I tell people all the time, before they introduce themselves, as far as in a speaking position or in a relationship with a customer, like a client, research these individuals first.
Yeah.
Know who you're working with. I always show up at least an hour before my speaking engagement, or I come to the conference a day early and connect with the people there. This way, if I have to make any changes to my speech, any changes to my attire, or any changes to anything, I know to do that, because the people who I'm trying to form a relationship with like certain things. So you knowing who you're in relationship with will help you to identify your brand. The most important person you have to have a relationship with is yourself.
That's it.
And so many times we don't even connect with ourselves to know what colors we like. To know what's your avatar. I ask people all the time, what are you talking about, avatar? Everybody right from the get-go knows I'm a lioness. It's sitting behind my head. Okay, but the thing is, who are you? What makes you? What connects you to that person? What connects you to you? How is somebody going to brand you if you don't even know who you are?
It's true.
So I want to connect you with the relationship first with yourself, and then tell me who you're trying to connect with. Let's start from there, but let's start with the relationship with you, and then go out from within to connect with the relationship to others that you're trying to make that branding purpose for. Go ahead, what you have to say.
And you're absolutely right, because one of the things I always share with people is that even when you have a product or service, what's more important is not so much in selling. Don't worry about the selling. If you develop the relationship, because people ultimately do business with people that they know, like, and trust. If I know you, I like you, I trust you, I'm going to do business with you, you know, and that's why building those relationships, having those collaborations are so important, because then if we have that type of relationship, then it makes the selling that much easier, because they clearly know who you about. It's funny, because I remember I had been in business for a number of years and I have sold any and everything. And I remember at one point, and this is even before I got into the branding and marketing, people will come to me and say, so what are you doing now? And to some, they're like, okay, they're just asking, okay, what are you working on now? But to me, I always looked at it like I was never consistent in anything that they had to ask, okay, what's the latest thing that you're actually involved in? because they always knew I was in business, but I was always changing the business, because I would do Mary Kay, I would do Avon, I would do all these different things. But when you have a relationship with yourself, you know what it is that's important to you. It also helps you determine the clients that you will and will not work with. I, also stress the importance of saying no. Some clients, they're not for you. And it's okay to say no, leave them alone and move on to the next.
Yes.
Because sometimes saying yes to every client and they don't fit your ideal customer,
Yes.
you end up doing more work, you end up being more frustrated. And it's like, man, I wish I could get rid of this client.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're clear in terms of who you are, who it is that you serve, and you have those type of relationships, it makes working and doing what you do that much more fun.
You are so right. And that hit it right on the nail. We do that. We reach out to people because we did not make it clear on who we are and didn't know who we are, that we take clients in and it becomes frustrating trying to deal with them. And so if you can stay connected to the true you, and that's why I said authenticity is the main thing when it comes to building your brand and who you are. Because if you come out the gates on that tune and you already know who you're trying to connect with and where you're going, you will start to be a magnet to the people who you want to serve. You won't even have to go out looking for them. They'll be so attracted to you by your brand that they will come to you. But it's all about, look at me, I even do the poor thing.
You got it down.
Yes, because I connected with who I am. And the thing is that I had so much pain in me that I knew that I wanted to get it out, but I didn't know how.
Wow.
So that's how I came up with, there is a roar inside of you that you got to get out, because in your purpose, you'll find a pain point.
Yes.
And so I always tell people that there is purpose in your pain.
Yes.
Because for so long I stayed silent for what was going on in my life with abuse and molestation. I kept silent. It was like a big piece of tape over my mouth.
Wow.
Couldn't say what I wanted to say. I couldn't roar my way to nothing, let alone success or connect in relationships or connect with any passion of my own. So I realized that there's pain inside of me that I got to get out. But in that pain, it was identifying with it, helped me to understand what my true purpose was.
That's it.
My true passion was, what made me unique. All of that because I connected to my pain. And so that's one of our modules as well, Patricia, pain. What pain in your life has happened to you that you're trying to run away from?
It's true.
That's
important because, and I just want to interject on this specific area, because even when it comes to creating programs, developing a product, or having services, I always tell clients what's more important than anything else. Forget about all the different steps and things that you need to get done in order to offer it to a client. Always consider what your client's pain points are. Because, and I always say this, even ministry leaders, when you're in ministry, understand that you're not called to everybody, but you are called to somebody. And it is your responsibility to learn and to find out who that somebody is. And then understand that you are the answer to their prayer. So they've been praying for relief in a certain area of pain for them, that you are now coming with that healing balm for them. Now, the question is, how do we package that healing balm for them that will cause that pain to be subsided, and it will cause deliverance to come in whatever that area is? Individuals, you have to look at it far beyond the actual thing, but dig deeper and say, what's keeping my clients up at night? What worries them? What stresses them out? And how can I now provide a solution to them for the struggle that they actually have?
Yes.
So yeah.
That is powerful. And the thing is that you want that to show in your brand.
Yeah.
You want that to actually show where it's connecting with them through a picture, through color, you know, through an image. You want that, you know, so that they're actually just connected right from the start. Like I said, you want to come out the gate with the right thing so that it attracts the individuals that you're trying to attract to. And if it's right, it will be that magnet where you're not out here searching high and low for clients. Clients are searching for you.
That's it.
And that's the thing that we want to do here in this program. We want you to find your true purpose so that you can be branded to where people now come looking for you.
Yeah.
And you can find a lot of your pain through your pains. You can find your passion, your purpose, even your uniqueness, because a lot of times what pains you've gone through has made you who you are.
Yeah.
Now, it's not about the pain that you go through. It's about the way you react to the pain that you went through. And so that's what we want to help the individual with. And I love the fact that I can do that for them. You know, I have over 25 years of leadership development experience that has been a great avenue for me going into corporations and working with individuals to lead themselves as well as their organizations, and working with John Maxwell for the past 5 years, being one of his certified founding partners in his organization. It's even opened up new doors for me and helped me to understand true leadership even deeper. And then being an ordained minister, it's just been a great way for me to connect even with people in my church and with ministry leaders across the United States. And I loved going to Princeton Theological Seminary and studying there for 3 years. It was the roughest, toughest time of my life. But you know what? I learned so much about me.
Yeah.
And I knew that I had to go through certain things to find out about me before I can help anybody else.
Wow.
And it's a deep feeling when you know that you have been healed. But the greatest feeling of all is me helping other people to be healed.
That's it.
So I always talk about how my greatest accomplishments is not what I've done, but it's about what I've inspired other people to do.
That's it.
So I'm so excited about helping people find their purpose, you know, find their passion, their uniqueness, help them to understand relationships in their life, understand their pains. But I also want to teach them about being optimistic.
That's it.
Okay, because we wake up first thing on a Monday morning and we say, oh, Lord, I got to get out of bed. Okay, I got to do this and I got to do that. Well, the thing is that you don't want that thing to reflect in your brand either. You want your brand to open up your eyes and say, woo, it's a great day. Ooh, I can do this. I can go there. I can actually accomplish this. And so you want something that pops. Okay, and for you, in order to have that pop, you have to be optimistic. You have to look at the good in everything.
Yeah.
Because even looking at bad situations, if you could turn that baby around, there's some good in there too.
That's it.
So I want to help individuals do that as well, help them to understand how they can be an optimist, how their business can grow. I think too, when we have a new attitude about our businesses or even about ourselves, it brings new light to what we love to do. Okay. And so I'm so excited about that, just teaching people optimism. How can you be an optimist? What things do I need to do to turn things around for the good that I thought were bad? So I'm really excited about that as well.
And I share with people too, is that your perspective has to change.
Yes.
Your perspective. Sometimes it just means, you know, go get your eyes checked and change those glasses. Because your perspective has to change in order to see things differently and now begin to act out in that way. I remember when I was working full time, and you know, entrepreneurship has always been a part of who I was, even as a little girl. And so I did not like working for anybody. I always wanted to work for myself, wasn't quite sure in what area. So I tried so many different things. And frustrated in the process. I hated when I had a supervisor tell me what time I had to go to lunch, what time, when I could take vacation, you know, when my breaks were. I didn't want somebody having that much control over me. And it would frustrate me so much. And so it started showing in my attitude. And I remember the last job that I worked full-time, I was an office manager / paralegal. I did everything in that office for a law firm. And I said to myself, I said, you know what, you got to change your whole attitude. So how I started dealing with the clients changed. I would smile more, have a better attitude. I did not want to be there, but I understood that for the time that I was there, that I had to make the most of it until I can actually make that transition and leave and then work my business full time. And so my whole attitude changed, and it allowed me to develop a very strong relationship with my boss, who even now to this day, it's been 5 years, a little bit over, yeah, about 5 years now since I hadn't been with him, that, you know, now I can call him and he still is like, Pat, whatever it is that whatever you need, I'm here. You know, whatever it is that you need me to help you do or whatever, I'm here. And it's because I just truly believe my whole perspective, I didn't have an attitude. I would come in on time. And so even for those that are in between, you know, entrepreneurship or in between ministry and you're considering leaving your job, finish that assignment strong. You know, have a good attitude about it, a positive attitude, because you're there to make a difference. You don't know how much that will affect you later on, years after you've already left that entire environment. And so you're absolutely right in reference to that. That optimism, having the right attitude, and trust me, entrepreneurship is not an easy road. You go through a lot of ups and downs, and there are going to be times you want to throw in the towel and say, forget this. Woo. But you got to keep a positive attitude about it, even in the process.
Yes, yes. And the thing is I tell people all the time, and we'll learn this in the module of optimism. We're going to learn how to take what you have done and concentrate on that. What we do as individuals so many times, Patricia, is that all we think of is the things that we didn't do or the things we don't have.
Yes.
And we concentrate all the time on how we're going to get those things. That what happens is we put blinders on from the things that we've already accomplished or what we do have, because we have blinders on like this about, I got to get to the next level. I got to get to the next level. You don't even realize that you've already climbed 10 steps.
Yep.
Okay. And you're not even looking at the 10 steps no more, because all you see in front of you is the 20 that you have to go.
Exactly. And
the thing is that there is so much rejoicing that should have been going on from the 10 steps that you've already climbed.
That's it.
And then when you start to dwell on those things, you'll understand that you are accomplishing great things. And it, like you said, it puts a new perspective on it. It tells you, wow, I have done this, or wow, I have done that, or wow, I have accomplished these things. And it makes you look at things so differently that when you do come into the branding stage, you're starting to even look at it differently, where you're able to get the true, like I keep saying, authentic self.
That's it.
Because if you come out of the gates right, like I keep saying, it'll make a tremendous difference in how your entire business will be. And like you said, you don't want to come out and then change your brand 2 years from now and 3, because sometimes what people have now done is identify you by what you've come out with. Right. Find yourself now, you're trying to change something that other people have become comfortable with you as. Or you're trying to find that high-end client, but you've come out the gate with this low mentality that's what now you're getting, and now you're mad. Well, if you started from the beginning the right way, by knowing your true purpose and who you were, these things would not even come into play.
Exactly.
So what I am so excited about with this program that we're offering is that individuals now can come out the gate the right way. They can find out who their true authentic self is, and then come in with you to the real branding purpose, and come out flying, like come out. It's just like a horse race, come out the gate, like boom, you know, really connecting with their true clientele and being a magnet to people who they're trying to reach. So that's what I'm really excited about. And I can't wait to tap in on just the importance of smiling and the strength that that's behind, you know, that what that brings. And I want to help people to understand the importance of a smile, how that smile will make you or break you, not just where you're opening up doors for individuals to be a client or a customer, but it's also helping you in your health. It's lowering your stress. It's lowering your blood pressure. It's lowering your heart rate to calm down, to be at another level. And people have to understand that if you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to produce your best work. Okay. And so even with your stress level high and your blood pressure high, imagine trying to concentrate on what you truly want to put into a brand.
That's it.
You're so wired that you can't even control what you're thinking. So we want to talk about the importance of smiling. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's amazing. You know, the things that a smile can do. And so, and then we're going to end it with equipping. We're going to make sure that you have all the tools that you need to equip yourself to go into the next stage in that branding process. So I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited about teaching people their purpose and helping them to connect with their true, authentic self so that when they come to you for that brand, it's on and popping. I'm so excited about that.
That is so awesome. And you're absolutely right, because a lot of times what happens is I'll get clients that'll come to me, and again, because they have this idea or this business or ministry that they want to start, and all these other things they're not clear about. So then what ends up happening is they step into an arena where, okay, they want a brand, but all those other components are not in place. So you really cannot brand effectively. You know, you can brand the business, but if it's something that you're doing that is a personal brand to you, and I believe even with businesses, it's still part of you. You're branding yourself. There are aspects of it that's very important. And one of the things that I always tell people is that understand your why. Why did you even get involved in it in the first place? And it can't be because it was the most popular thing to get involved in. Right now, there are a lot of branding and marketing coaches out there. But I know I offer something different than a lot of other people offer out there. And I'm not just about simply designing, making it look pretty. And I tell my clients, and they're so funny because they tell me the same thing. They're like, you always tell us you don't care what we like really. And I said, I don't care what your favorite color is, because that doesn't matter to me. Your favorite color is not going to speak to the clients that you were called to serve. And when you understand your why you even got involved and discovering who you are, it brings that much more depth and that much more weight to the brand as you develop it and what it is that you're gonna what it is that you're actually gonna put out there. One of the other things that I actually cover in this whole program that we've actually put together is the colors. You know, does color really, really matter? Because at the end of the day, and I share with clients all the time, it's not about what's your favorite color, what's important to you, your color, your grandmother likes, so you want to incorporate it into your business. That's great. You love your grandmother, but that doesn't speak to your clientele. Let's see what colors actually speak to them. Because again, it goes back to evoking that emotion. In addition to the product or service that you're providing, how does the colors that you actually choose evoke that same emotion and make people feel as if they're really getting something from you of value? And those are the things that are very, very important. So with me coming in and kind of tag teaming with you, I'm excited because at least, and I share with people all the time, what's very important, I want to be able to give people the information. If for nothing else, get the information and apply it. Because information means absolutely nothing if there is no application to it.
Yes.
Apply the information. Understand that you have to do the work. The work is required, and it's going to be work that you have to get into. It's going to take a lot out of you in order to pull out what God's original intent and purpose was for your life. And so in following that path and bringing that out, all these other components start to fall into place. Yes. And so now when we get into the branding aspect and we're looking at your colors, we're looking at why you even started the business, why you started the ministry, why you even in there. Now it's a matter of determining what is that look, how are we going to package it?
Yeah.
Because how we package it is how we're going to present it to your audience.
And what I love about what we're doing is that people have now come to a place in their life when they're coming to us now that they're ready to make a decision.
Yeah.
And what I tell people all the time is that anybody can make a decision, but then there are individuals who make the decision and then take the action about doing what they decided to do.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm really excited about too, and going forth in everything that we're about to do with this branding and the purpose. The thing is that you said something earlier about believing in what you have and wanting to connect with the individuals who you're trying to reach. And that's what I love about, there was in the book that I just collaborated with 11 wonderful women, one of the authors, Melinda Lilly, said that in order for anything to go right before you brand, there's something that you need to remember. And it's the 3 B's of success. Okay. And she said, 1, you have to believe in yourself first. Okay. And then number 2, believe in your product. Okay. And then number 3, believe in your company. And when you do those 3 things, Patricia, I truly believe that, like you just said, color is not going to, your favorite color ain't going to matter. Your grandma's favorite color is not going to matter, but it's about you believing in who you are, believing in your product and what it can do, and then believing in your company, you know, believing in it as a whole, that you, if you have those 3 beliefs, you don't care what colors, you don't care how thick one line is with the green and one with the yellow. All you're truly concerned about is those 3 things, because if you believe in those 3 things, you know that they're going to attract the individuals that you want to come in connection with and you want to come in contact with. So that's really, really important. I'm really excited about that. I mean, it's just sometimes the color that you like will work, and then sometimes it may not.
And that's just the reality of it, because again, you are the answer to someone's prayer. So how do we package what it is that you're offering in a way that resonates with them? And it goes down to every aspect, paying attention to detail in every aspect, whether it's the color palette that you choose that is going to speak and evoke emotion, and even down to even the fonts. You know, people take it very lightly when it comes down to, you know, creating copy or content for their website and whatnot, and they choosing an array of fonts. It speaks. Certain fonts speak to people. Their ease of reading the information that you're actually providing, you know, that says something, and we don't understand the importance of it sometimes. And that's very important. So paying attention to those little details are very, very important moving forward, even with a brand as a whole. And one of the other things that I know that I'm going to touch on in regards to this program that we put together is in regards to marketing, getting the message out there in front of as many people as possible. I tell people all the time, it's not so much, you don't focus too much on perfecting what it is that you're doing. Just do it. Just get it done and do it now. You can perfect it later, but at least try to get it in front of as many people as possible, as quickly as possible. And that's where the marketing comes in, the different marketing avenues. And even in the module that I'm going to be working on, I deal with different aspects of marketing. With social media marketing, the landscape of marketing has changed in a lot of different ways. And so how we market, how we get our message out, the type of message that we get out in order to stand out in front, you know, in the midst of everybody. You know, I was sharing with a friend of mine couple months back, I decided to take a break from social media. And I did that because it was like, sometimes I don't know if it just happens to me, but it's like, it's just so noisy, you know, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, now it's Periscope, and like I would constantly get all these alerts and somebody's on there and you hear this one talking and you hear that one. It's just all these people have everything to say and it's great. But I needed a period of time just to kind of pull away and kind of get quiet in terms of what it is I needed to do moving forward, and how it was I was going to structure the business in the upcoming year. And one of the areas I said I really need to focus more on is the marketing aspect. And with social media, people are bombarded every single day with different conversations and all that's going on different platforms in reference to an array of subjects. How do you now get before them in this noisy world of social media and people take notice of you? How do we do that effectively? Because I could follow you right now and then tomorrow find someone else who does something similar to you, jump off of you and go to somebody else. And how do you stay relevant? How do you stay important? How are you able to package that still and still remain in front of the audience that says, you know what, I got to stay with her no matter what, because she's giving me that information that I need and is providing that answer that I'm looking for. And that's key.
That's powerful. And you know what, that also taps into your uniqueness.
Yeah.
Makes you different, you know, that whole thing, like you said, social media today, I mean, oh my goodness, and with the Periscope and with Twitter and then Instagram and all of the different ways that you can market yourself, it's so important that you know yourself before you get out there so that you even know where to hang out. Like you said, you took a break from social media. When I'm dealing with my clients, I share with them all the time to find out where your people are. In our coaching certification program that we have going on right now, one of the assignments is to research social media. Find out the age category of Facebook, of Twitter, of Instagram, of Periscope, of, you know, LinkedIn. The thing is, so many times we don't do this type of research, and we have our beautiful branding going on and the letters and the inscriptions, and we want to reach women between the ages of 50 and 60, 70 years old, and we get on Instagram, and honey, if you were to research Instagram, that is not where
it's not there.
Okay. So they're not there. That's not the way you should go. So it's so important, like you said, to know these things. These are great tools that you'll be given during the modules, and I'm just excited. And it makes a difference in how you brand. Yeah. Because the thing is that if you're connecting with a certain age group, you know that certain letters may annoy them, because I know as I get older, I can't do too much more of that cursive stuff because I can't see. So it's like, you know, that should my brand have large letters, small letters, you know, does it matter? Yes, it, like you're saying, it does, even the font, because there's certain fonts that I can't deal with that other people, maybe from the millennial generation, will love to see, you know. And so all of these things that you're talking about is so important, but I guarantee you so many people have not thought about that prior to coming to someone like you, or have not come to somebody like you, but went to Vistaprint, excuse me if I'm not allowed to say anything about certain things, but they go online and they download these instant logos and they throw some color in there and they tell you that's my brand. That is not a brand. Okay, and so that's what I'm excited about, them coming to you and for them to understand, first of all, who they are, and then to understand what branding is. A lot of people don't even understand what branding is. So, you know, I'm glad that you'll be able to touch on that with them and help them to understand and to grow in that area.
Because I think ultimately we both share the same vision, that we want people to succeed. We want to see the ideas, the businesses come off the ground. And I tell people, handle your business. Just handle it. Do what it is that you were called to do and do it effectively, because somebody is waiting for you. And, you know, even when you brand and you brand effectively, you do it the right way. You don't have to necessarily focus on competition. And I tell people all the time, because I'm created the way God created me for a reason. I don't have to compete with someone else who's in branding and marketing just like I am. Doesn't matter, because what I offer, because of my uniqueness and how I present it, is completely different. No one can do it the way that I do it. They can do it similar, they can do it their own way, but how I do it is how I do it. And so I will resonate with a certain group of individuals, and I'm okay with that. And it's no different than anybody else who's doing something in business or in ministry. The ideas can be the same, and that's okay. But how you put it out there is going to be different, because it has your personality and it has your DNA, and it's made up of you and who you are. And so when you present it that way, ultimately you attract a certain group of individuals that no one else can attract. And I share with individuals, your voice, everyone's voice resonates with a certain group of individuals. So you don't have to worry about somebody taking your customers or they're taking your clients. Just do you and handle your business. Make it happen. Do what you have to do. Don't worry about what it is that you don't have or need to have. Start where you are. Those services, I did a call the other night, and I was sharing in regards to websites and the importance of when you're building a website, some of the things to look out for. There are a lot of services out there. There's, you know, even for website building, I know you mentioned Vistaprint. There's some Wix. I have a lot of customers that were using Wix, came over to me because they wanted me to build a custom website. And I tell them all the time, they have templates on there that they can pick. But I said, the only problem with that is it doesn't have your uniqueness, because you're taking a template that someone else can use. It's available to anybody. That all you're doing is changing the content, might switch some certain things a little bit around, and now you've made it your website, but it's not your authentic brand. And so how do you stand apart from everyone else that's using the same theme or the same template that you're actually using? And it's the same thing with Vistaprint. You know, they have, and I'm not knocking them. You do what you do when you can do better, you know. But they have the same formats. I've had people come to me with business cards, and they have these little things that have nothing to do with their brand, and they're using it, they're printing it, they're passing it out. But always consider, what does it say in the minds of people when they receive your stuff? They say that you're offering quality, or do they say, oh, this looks cheesy? Especially, like I've told people, look, if you're going to use Vistaprint, use them. However, get their logo off the back of your cards.
Yes.
Take it off. Because at least, you know, at least give off an impression as if you took the time, you spent some money and invested in what it is that you're doing. You can't expect others to invest in you if you're not willing to make the investment in yourself. That's just the reality.
Yes, it is. And we think of it as what you just said, that if you're not willing to invest in yourself, nobody else will. No. And so you have to make sure that what you put out is high quality. If you want high quality, it's it's the sowing and reaping principle.
That's it.
What you put out is what you're going to get in.
That's it.
And so if you're putting out the cheap stuff, that's who you're going to attract, the cheap people. And so you want to make sure that you do that right. And you want to make sure that you're connecting with the right individuals to do that. And I know personally that I have connected with the right individual in you. I love your work. I love the fact that you take the time with individuals to make sure that we are connecting with our true self. I love the fact that you've connected with me so that individuals can connect with their true self and understand their purpose and their passion and their uniqueness and what helps them click before they even come to you. And that's a powerful thing to understand who you are and then to get branded. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's something that I don't think anybody has anything like this. And you know what? I'm going to put ourselves out there. We are pioneers right now. Really stepping out and helping individuals who are truly ready to help themselves to come on board with us so that we can grow them as individuals so that they can then move themselves into an area of to actually be untouchable. Like I said, to be that magnet of people that are willing to come to them without them even trying to put themselves out there. So I am just so excited about the program. And I just can't wait to show people all of the different things that they will be getting and learning. Just them getting from me as an individual, what we put together, this is just phenomenal. And then you, oh my gosh, you could tell when they look at the package. I know that individuals will be able to tell that we truly are here because we care. Yeah. We are truly here because we care, because we want people to be just as successful as we are.
That's it.
You know, and so I'm so excited about this. And so I'm ready to just put it out there, Patricia. I'm ready.
So question for you before we kind of move on, because I know we're already, an hour has already flown by. Do we have the ability to take questions?
Yes, we do. If you have, I can actually right here, I'm opening up. I just opened up the Q&A window to the side. Ask your audience to submit questions and they will appear below. So if you have questions, you can submit them. I just opened up our Q&A. So if you are on our Hangout, you will see a white screen off to the right-hand side or down below. If you see anything down below, it all depends on what kind of computer you have. If you see the white area down below where it's a box that you can ask questions, or the area to the right-hand side, you can type in your questions for us right now, and we will be able to answer them right here online. So I just opened up our Q&A window.
Awesome. I mean, hopefully we were able to cover as much information. And, you know, like I said, ultimately our goal is to help people get to that point, because I know a lot of times I'll have individuals, especially those that are still working full time, they have an idea for a business, or they want to get started in ministry. They're ready to make the transition. They're like, but I don't even know how to get started. I don't even know, you know, where to start, and just getting that start. And this is a great start just to kind of get you. I've had at least over 15 years of experience as an entrepreneur, you know, and then coupled with your 25 in leadership and in coaching and everything, it's a number of years of experience that we bring to the table. A lot of ups and downs. I myself have experienced in business, mistakes I made along the way, things that I could have done better. I look back and I say, you know what? I need to improve that. And one of the things, even as women, and I want to speak to women, is that a lot of times we're shy about asking for what we deserve, because we don't really know what it is that we deserve. So we, you know, put ourselves out there. I have a lot of women who I've worked with over the years that have started businesses, and they're not really making that much money. And it's frustrating. You put so much time, effort into what it is that you're doing, and you're not even making the money that you know that you should be making. And sometimes it's simply just saying, hey, you need to pay me for my services, and not be uncomfortable with that. So those are some of the things that I know that we're going to be covering, you know, with some of the modules. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the modules that we're going to go through in the program itself. It's the brand new On Purpose program that we're actually going to put out. And it's only going to be available for a limited time. But come November 15th is when we're going to actually start. The first module will be out. We're going to actually get started on November 15th. So we are excited. It's going to be 5 total modules that both myself and Latrece will be putting information into, and we're going to be providing in terms of some of the areas that we talked about today. And just to kind of do a recap, again, the course is going to start November 15th, and it's really at your own pace. You can set it up at your own pace. But the first module, you get an actual one-on-one consultation with Miss Latrece, which that in and of itself is going to be amazing, because when she gets you one-on-one, just be ready, because you
yes,
like a roaring lion, honey, because she is going to get you. So you do get a one-on-one consultation with her, and she helps you get on the road to really getting and finding out your passion, living it out the way that you so desire. So within that first module, you're going to get the one-on-one consultation with her. And in the module, you're going to learn how to discover your authentic passion and live it out. You'll learn the uniqueness, what makes you unique, what makes you stand out different from everyone else. And then you'll learn how to leverage the relationships to build that empire. I believe that we all have something great to do. The size of our audience may vary, but we all have greatness on the inside of us. How do we get it out? And how do we get it out to the individuals that we were actually called to serve and do it effectively? So that's module 1. Module 2 is pain, profit, and purpose. And that you're going to learn how to turn your pain into profit on purpose. And purpose, I always look at the word purpose in twofold. Purpose meaning your destiny, the place that you were called to go to, and then also in a deliberate fashion. Purposefully, to do it deliberately, meaning that you have a strategic plan in place to accomplish it head on, and that no matter what, you're going to get to where it is that you're actually trying to get to. So that's part of module 2. Latrece is going to deal with your attitude, having an attitude of optimism, knowing that your attitude will determine your altitude. You have control over how high you want to go, the level, the altitude that you want to soar. You control that. It's not situations. It's not circumstances. It's not what you've been, where you've come from in your past. It's not the people. It's you that makes that determination. And your attitude will determine how high you actually go. And so she goes completely into, your optimism and how you think and process information and just changing your perspective. And then I know she mentioned earlier in reference to smiling. How do you smile? And the importance of smiling, how it, affects you both physically and how it affects you emotionally on an emotional level. I know that we're celebrating this month. We're really dealing with domestic violence month and breast cancer, but also one of the things, and I wasn't even aware of it, but this month also, the month of October, also deals with mental health awareness.
Yes.
And a lot of people deal with depression and not realizing that depression is real. It is a real thing. And I truly believe that even with how we think and how we perceive, you know, our perspective on life as a whole will determine where we're going to go tomorrow. So I know Latrece is going to deal with that as well. And of course, she's going to end that module 2 with equipping, giving you the proper tools that you effectively need to be successful. And then I'm going to jump in on module 3, and you're going to get a one-on-one consultation with me. And we really dive into how to discover the why behind your brand. Why did you even start it? Why are you even in it? You know, what's the purpose? And it has to be more than just money. It has to be more than, oh, I just like that, I was doing it since I was young. No, it has to be something greater than that. Then we're going to learn how to identify the people you were called to serve and turn these same people into raving fans. Why? Because you're going to develop that effective relationship. You're going to know who they are. You're going to know what they like, and you're going to give them what they want every single time. And then I go into module 4, which is where we really start to look at your brand, creating the look, the feel of your brand. You're going to determine your color palette. I will go through the importance of the different aspects of creating a logo, what that entails, what are some of the things that you need to do in order to effectively create a logo, you know, how to do that the right way. A lot of times I see people do stuff, they don't realize your logo should be very clean, very simple. You don't want it very busy and all over the place. And you have to ask yourself, if what I'm creating, can I put it on a pen the same way and it looks the same way if I put it on an actual billboard? And those are the things that you want to consider when creating a logo. So in the modules that I actually teach on, those are some of the things that we're going to really dive into. And then we're going to learn how to select the right fonts for the audience that you're trying to reach. And the last thing is marketing. Market, because that's how you're going to make your profit. It's in marketing. You have to market yourself. And every day I go through creating a strategy and a marketing plan. And we look at different aspects based on your actual business, your service. I go through service-based businesses, product-based businesses, even for nonprofit organizations, faith-based organizations, and ministries. I go through that as well. So there are different components in how to effectively market and the mindsets of the individuals that you're trying to market to. And I close that out with social media. Not all social media platforms are going to work for you. There are some that are more effective than others, depending upon your audience and the product and service that you're actually providing. So which ones are good? Just because Periscope is hot right now doesn't necessarily mean Periscope is for you if your audience is not on there yet. You know, you might find that Facebook might work better, Twitter. I found in my line of work and what it is that I do, Instagram works well. Pinterest, believe it or not, works really well because a lot of my stuff are visual oriented. And Facebook still works for me. So those are the areas that work for me and what it is that I do. And so let's find out what actually works for you and what's going to be that effective thing for your business, your ministry, or nonprofit organization. So those are the things that we're going to cover. So it is packed. We will have tons and tons of content, downloads for you to fill out information, because at the end of the day, we want to provide quality information to you that you can take it and actually apply it, because you can get all of this information, take it, not apply anything, and you won't see the results that you're actually looking for. We really, really want you to apply the information and start to see the results that you're getting. It is self-paced. You can do it on your own once as the modules come out. And we decided that we were going to do all of this, the value of it, especially between both of us, you're talking about at least a couple $1,000s. I myself with clients, and just to give you some background, when I do a brand discovery session, and that's a 60-minute session that I do with clients when they're looking to brand, and I create their entire logo, branding, and everything. In these modules, I go through the process with you. But even when I do the brand discovery session, I charge $9.97 for that off the bat. And that's 60 minutes with me. And we go through completing your logo and everything to the very end. That's $9.97. Latrece is one of my clients. I did it for her. You know, several other clients that I've worked with also, and creating their brand. But you're getting both of us.
Yes.
And her. So this is well over a $9.97 product, because you're actually getting her, and you're getting her, our experience in the field and whatnot. So what we decided that we wanted to do is offer it for a limited time for $197, just $197. That is it. And you get all of the 5 modules. You get the one-on-one consultation with both of us, and all the modules walk you through the process of how to get it from where it is that you're starting to where it is that you're actually trying to go. And we really want to help you through that process. So we offer these modules to take you through the entire process and whatnot. And so we're really excited about it. It's only $197. You can't even beat that. My clients alone have paid close to $1,000 just for their logo design with me, you know, and going through the whole brand strategy and everything. So it's only going to be for a limited time. We're going to have it available up until next Wednesday. After it's done, it's done. We are taking about, we're looking to take at least 20 clients to start off the first round of courses. We may open this back up, but it probably won't. It's definitely not going to be until 2016.
No, for that price, because I know I'm going to have people coming after me after they find out I'm sitting here doing this. They're going to like, I paid this amount of money for my session. But we do, it's the season, the holidays coming up, and you know, Patricia, we talked about it. We want people to go into the new year right.
Yeah.
We want them to actually, when they're finished with this and they go into 2016, it's going to be their best year ever, because they start out knowing who they are. They start out with the right colors, the right, you know, the brand. I mean, just starting out anew, and that's what we want to do. And so it's a steal, because I know I'm in big trouble. I already know. I already know those who watch this, who know me, and they're like, okay, she's getting ready to do a program and that for that amount with someone else when I paid triple that just for her.
Yeah.
So I already know I'm in trouble. But the thing is that I want them to understand too, that now we'll be able to connect with other people who are also successes, because like we talked about, look what we're doing. We're collaborating because of the things that we know. And think about this, anybody who's a client of Patricia's or a client of mine, think about this. Imagine having other people out there with the knowledge that we're about to bestow on them. And think about all the people that you can collaborate with now, that you can help other people to be successful, because that's what it's all about. It's about completing each other, not competing against each other.
Yes.
And so when we learn that and we master it, we can now begin to open up the arena of coaching, whether it be coaching arena, whether it be business planning arena, whatever arena you're in. If we are able to help as many people as we possibly can, imagine what that's going to do for the rest of the people and other clients that you guys can come together and build upon. So that's what it's truly about. That's what it's really about. So I'm trying to justify why we're doing this, sweetie. Okay. So, and then I'm so excited about it because it's the truth. It's nothing like collaborating, but you can't collaborate with people who are not there.
Yeah.
And so we're here today to help people to come on board and to be part of this wisdom and knowledge that has been bestowed upon us, that we're ready to give back and help you to grow your business, to help you to grow your clientele, to help you to market. I mean, we're giving you all the tools that you need to grow your business. And then we want you to do this. Once you grow your business and once you have gotten this information that we give to you, connect with someone else so that you too can do this together. So that's what it's all about. We're trying to create a chain here, a chain of fantastic entrepreneurs. So yes, so it's great. I'm excited about it. Can you tell them the link? Where do they click on to get this?
The link, and I will, especially for those that have actually signed up, we will do a replay of this. We will have a replay with a button that you can actually click on, and I'll send an email blast in regards to it, especially if you have registered on for this webinar today. But the link that you can go to directly is rebrandtoprofit.com, which is my business, rebrandtoprofit.com/BYOP course. So it's rebrandtoprofit.com, BYOP, brand you on purpose course. And you will be able to find the page that you can click and purchase it. And like I said, we're only going to have this available up until next Wednesday. The course actually starts November 15th. So we're working to get the rest of our students in for November 15th. After that, we are closed out for the rest of the year, and we'll probably not start back until sometime later in 2016. So
tell me what you see there, Patricia. I think I may have discovered something. What do you see?
That's it. That's the website. That's it.
When I talk, it comes up. So that's the website right there.
That's the website.
They go to. Can they see the actual the link to click on there?
Yeah, the link that says click here to purchase this product. They can click right on there.
Okay, great. And seeing it, that's the actual course up at the top. It's saying www.rebrandtoprofit.com/BYOPCOURSE right there. And as you can see, the time is ticking. It's ticking, y'all. So on it. And here is all of the things that she talked about, your first module, and all of the great things that you're going to learn in our one-on-one consultation, and how we leverage the relationships to build your empire, and so forth and so forth. There's your one-on-one consultation with Patricia. And I mean, this is awesome. This is amazing. And what does your colors mean? I mean, just the color palette alone would cost you more than this.
Okay.
So I'm telling y'all, so this is amazing. So look, and right there, we're not lying. There it is, limited time, $197. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. We're so excited about it, really excited about it. So go ahead and click on, and we have to limit the amount of people that we can take, because me and Patricia are going to be doing one-on-one consultations.
Yeah.
We don't want to have 50. We would love to have 100 people. Would we want? Yes, we would. But in order for you to get the best from us, we know that we can only offer about 20 right now. So hop on it, girls, ladies, gentlemen, anybody hop on it. I know there's some men probably out there who need branding as well. And so we're here to help you as well. So we're looking forward to doing that. So right there and go right to it. There it is, right there, right there, right there. So thank you.
I'm gonna make you laugh. It's so funny. I remember I was in this one Facebook group, and the girl that actually ran the group, she had put a post in there, and she says, right now, how many tabs do you have open on your computer? Yes. Listen, at the time, I had like 20 tabs open. So now I've gotten better. Right now, I only have 4. So when you open your computer, right, I see all these tabs. I'm like, oh my God.
And you know, it's so funny. I was complaining, why is my computer running so slow?
Got too many tabs open.
I got everybody in their mama open. But that's my mind, y'all. I am just here and trying to gather information, and I'm doing so much, and I'm so excited about what's going on with us. And I'm trying to make sure I'm getting all the right information and pulling all of the right tools together so that I can help you even the more. And then today is my anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. So 31 years of marital bliss with the original boo. Okay, the original boo, y'all. So I have been doing some research on some things that I'm trying to surprise him with. So I'm having a good time today.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah.
Can you share? Because I know that you're going to do a Periscope tonight.
Yeah.
With yourself and your husband. Can you share that?
Oh, yes. Tonight on Periscope at 9 p.m. we will be on Periscope, and you can follow me at Latrece McKnight. That's LaTrece McKnight. So you can follow me on Twitter and on Periscope at that location. Or if you don't have the Periscope app and you want to sit at home and just sit with your husband, we're telling husbands and wives, if you're in a relationship, bring your spouse, your better half, and come together and bring together your sparkling cider or whatever you sparkle and celebrate with. And we want to toast. We want you to come and toast with us. And we're going to be sharing what has made it last for 31 years. I mean, of just us being happy. And I'm not kidding you, and I'm not putting on airs. I am really happy. I love that man. And when I talk about him, I get all bubbly inside, and my stomach hurts. And why is it still like that after not just 31 years of marriage, but you guys, we were high school sweethearts. We have been together since the 9th grade. So what has kept us going like this, we're going to share tonight on Periscope. So, and you can ask us any questions that you would like as well. It's going to be at half an hour from 9 to 9:30. So please join us. And we're going to be giving you some tips too. If you're not in a relationship, how do you prepare yourself to receive your Boaz? And so the thing is, we want you to be ready. And the thing is about, where do you go? Where did I find Lynn? How did I find him? How did I prepare myself so that I was ready? Because it says, he who findeth a good wife findeth a good thing. And so I want people to understand what I did as an individual to help him find me. And the most important thing that I had to do was know who I was and find myself. Yes. So we're going to talk about that tonight on Periscope. So join us in Real Love. That's the name of my scope. A whole nother song, because that's Mary J. and that's my girl. So yeah, so I'm looking forward tonight to that. So it's great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that we actually did this. I'm so excited about the program. I'm glad we got to do maybe one more webinar on this before we actually close it out. And I really enjoyed the time with you, and I'm glad that we decided to collaborate and actually get this done.
I am.
Yeah, for sure. But it is. But I'm definitely going to send out the replay for it for those that I know that wanted to be a part and couldn't because of work schedule or whatever, that they can watch it at their leisure. But we'll definitely plan to do another one real soon.
Definitely, definitely. Much love to you, my sister, and
You
to all there in webinar land and Google land. Thank you for joining us, and please, y'all need to hop on this because it's not going to be, I'm pretty sure that it's going to go really fast.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Really, really fast, because I have a lot of people who want to work with you, want to work with me, and at 197 to have both of us, they can't beat that.
They can't. They can't.
So yes, so love you, my sister, and
thank you.
Out there, get on it, hop on it, go to the website and sign up real quick, and we'll make sure that we post that in different areas so that people can log on and enjoy.
That's it. Thanks, Latrece.
You're welcome. Have a blessed afternoon.
I'll be on your Periscope tonight.
Yes, girl, and bring your boo. Bring your boo. Okay.
All right, we'll talk later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.